Hey, what's up everyone? It's Rinku. I have successfully reinstalled Windows and everything else I need to make YouTube videos and live stream on Twitch once again. I have also recovered from being sick in bed for the past 48 hours, finally, to bring you guys the patch notes for January 17th. Don't worry, because you'll still have plenty of time to prepare for this brand new boss. The Heart of the Sea, the first time it spawns, is January 28th. So definitely mark your calendars and prepare if you want to see the shitfest that goes on. And I only say that because when it released in Korea, they basically crashed the servers. I don't think anyone got loot, or very few people. You know, it was a pretty big disappointment because everyone was so hyped, but we couldn't really see what was going on at all. And it would be a true miracle if things went well the first time it spawned in our version. But, I mean, it's gonna be hilarious whatever happens. Even though the theme seems to be about this new boss, these patch notes actually do not talk about the new boss at all, and because I've already seen a lot from Korea, I figured I'd share what I know so far about it. Vel, the Heart of the Sea, spawns, I believe, once a week every Sunday. You're gonna need a lot of boats and a lot of teamwork to take this boss down. And it's pretty fucking huge, not gonna lie. Like, scale-wise, this thing is literally the size of a continent in the game, which is pretty big. Vale also works like a hunting boss. Only the top damaging parties will get loot, and even though you damage the boss with cannonballs, he will also summon adds that you'll need hunting muskets to shoot down. I think that about summarizes the new boss, and since we'll have more information on it on the next patch notes, let's just get into these patch notes. The first event is the Golden Puppy event, and once again I just question why. So basically, it's a golden statue, 5 mil. You can get it from defeating monsters, fishing, and gathering. This is basically the identical event of the other golden statue event, except for instead of having a golden fish and other objects, they're just all puppies now. So I guess they just want to change up the golden artifacts every so often? Not too sure, but either way, more 5 mil for free while doing stuff. The next event is appropriately themed after the new boss. Hoist Your Sails. It's a seemingly easy questline that you can complete actually once a week until the event is over on February 14th, and you get a boat. I actually haven't done this yet, but it seems pretty simple. Now the boat, you cannot repair its durability. It also only has one slot for cannonballs. I don't think you can even put anything else in that slot, but it's pretty cool because without this you can't really get a boat with a cannonball on it. A cannonball? I think you need a cannon to shoot the cannonballs, but yeah, you need an inferior sailboat or convoy. Those are very difficult to get if you can't just buy one, and they're not usually just being sold all the time. So you can do this questline and you can get this pretty sick ass boat. It actually looks really cool. I'm just gonna get one just to own it. Like, gotta get that Bartali's sailboat. So yeah. Going back to the patch notes, there are 3 main changes that I want to look at today. The first one being ecology points. This seems like it's adding on to the already revamped knowledge system. They already made it so you do not have to delete knowledge, you just kill monsters over and over and over, and eventually you will get better grades of knowledge, and now they actually want to reward you for that. So if you have an A, an A+, or an S rank, you'll get a certain multiplier of points, and if you even have knowledge at all, you'll get at least 1 point. So collecting knowledge and improving them to high ranks can get you a ton of ecology points. And what does this do? This gives you an increased item drop rate chance, which I'm assuming is permanent and effective at all times, which is pretty cool. I always love permanent unlocks that you have to work for, but once it's over you can like flaunt it, you have it permanently, you never lose it, it's not gonna get outdated, and this is just one of those things. Like it's a really cool accomplishment in a game. You don't feel rushed to do it. It's a small benefit, but it's a really nice thing to have, and it does really fill the gap of things to do in the game as well. It's just a whole nother adventure, I guess. Down here we have another item drop rate chance change, and this one is for node levels. So finally, nodes got revamped, and basically the item drop rate chance will increase by 5% for every level of the node. However, the whole concept is that node levels will only increase the drop rate chance of 10% of the monsters you actually defeat. So that means only 1 in every 10 monsters you kill will actually benefit from node level, and that's actually a standard no matter what level it is. So 1 in every 10 monsters is the standard. Now this change and also the previous change that we just talked about, I do want to mention that item drop rate chance can be good. it could also be close to meaningless. So even if you stacked 50 plus 20, if that somehow made 70 and actually worked out to close to like doubling your chances at rare loot, keep in mind that it does not affect party drop items and junk items that always drop from monsters. So if an item already has a 100% chance at dropping, it's not going to give you an extra one. So it only affects rare items. And also, if the item is extremely rare, I mean, if you're going days without getting it, if it has a really low chance, doubling that extremely low chance is probably not going to change very much. However, it is a very nice thing that they are adding these things to the game. I don't know how useful this node level thing will actually be if it's only 10% of the monsters, but I hope it's at least noticeable. The problem is, before, they said that increasing node level would help, but it was so useless that it wasn't noticeable. So I hope that this change at least makes it so we can notice a change in certain grind areas, certain things drop more sometimes. I mean, 50%, and it can be stacked, I'm assuming, with the ecology that we just read. So overall, I mean, I like the idea they're going with it. I don't know how much this will actually impact us though. The last thing I'm going to look at is that they fixed the issues with monsters in Forest, Renaros, and Giffen Razia Temple having abnormally higher DP. Now this is a huge change, specifically because Temple, if you guys didn't know, is one of the highest level grinding areas in the entire game, and currently I believe gives the best EXP rates, raising soft cap to level 62 because it only takes about 200 to 400 hours to get to level 62 now, previously taking over like 1,000. And it pretty much made it so when the DP was raised that even people that had soft cap gear couldn't grind there, so you had to be the top of the top tier player to even consider grinding there after they raised the DP. Now, it seems like they are making it seem like it's an unintentional change, but I could have sworn that they did intend to change the DP, and they might have just seen how much of a mistake that was and just lowered it again. I mean, how would it get touched in the first place? I'm not really sure. Maybe they were just testing stuff. But either way, it's back to normal. It's back to the way it was. People below, like slightly below soft cap, can grind there very efficiently, and most level 61s should probably be close to that gear anyways. So it's a good place to transition from level 61 to 62 if you're actually that far in the game and just want to make tons of money and actually see your EXP bar go up. So very glad, because that's actually what my dilemma was. I couldn't grind there. I was like, what the fuck do I do? I'm not soft cap. But yeah. So for the cash shop, they give us the Arctic Rare Box. It is cool. It gives us an opportunity to buy a polar bear, which we previously have not had a chance to do other than recruiting a friend, which I don't think Steam players could do. So it is cool that they're offering us this unique chance that we did not have before, except for the fact that you have an RNG chance of getting this. Just why? Like, I see what you're doing here. You're trying to take my money, but like, can't you just sell like the polar bears separate? Like, do you really have to do that? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. We also have Mystic Cabellius, and I guess it's the Cestas. I was like, what's new? We already had Mystic Cabellius, but it's the weapons. So, Awakening Weapon, pretty cool, pretty cool. Golden Gauntlets. We also have Striker, Laura Arcean, if that's how you pronounce that, and pretty standard set. And we have some flooring. And that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys. And stop giving us RNG boxes. I don't have the money for this, even though I want to buy them all.